And I would love to show you that a little bit of that question answer, if you don't mind, and give you the chance to maybe update your answer a little bit.
I'm dying to see it.
Would you guys ever want to bring in Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan into the show?
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Gentlemen, an honor to see you both again. Happy 40th anniversary. This is a massive honor. So thank you for taking the time.
Awesome, Thank you, man.
I'm going to jump into this. And Ralph, if you don't mind, I'm going to start with you. I asked you a question a few years ago, and you gave me a really great, thoughtful answer. But some time has passed. And over the past few years, I've kind of started thinking a little differently about our interaction. And I would love to show you that a little bit of that question answer, if you don't mind, and give you the chance to maybe update your answer a little bit.
I'm dying to see it.
Would you guys ever want to bring in Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan into the show? And I'm sort of curious if they could fit and how they might interact with Danny and Johnny.
Well, I don't think, I mean, here's the thing with, it's a great question. And there's a simple answer to why that won't work in the Cobra Kai universe. Cause the guys, John, Josh, and Hayden talk about the Miyagi verse.
And I was just wondering what your thoughts on that now might be.
Well, yeah, good question. And I appreciate that. So what happened is back then at that time when we were working on the Cobra Kai show, we spoke of the Miyagi verse and the Jackie Chan, remake being of another universe. Somebody very clever came up with a very interesting way of connecting it that was organic and made sense. And I was like, wow, that's organic and makes sense. And so now there's a new chapter coming with Jackie Chan and myself and a fantastic young kid by the name of Ben Wong. And you will see at the end of May. I haven't seen it yet, but hopes are high and everyone's excited.
Did you immediately think, I need to call Jake? Because
that's exactly
I
what came.
wrong.
No, I immediately needed to kind of reset. I was in the middle of shooting Cobra Kai at the time, and then conversations happened, and here we are. But yeah, I should have called Jake.
I think it's safe to say for sure that there's no way this ever will bleed into the Marvel universe. Don't you think, Ralph?
Oh,
or
come on.
Bite your tongue again on that one.
Iron Man and Johnny Lawrence go way back.
The way I would pay to see that, and now that you've said it, it's
it will
done.
happen.
Now it's going to happen in 2 years.
Or how about the Ninja Turtles? They already kind of did.
Yeah, they've done that.
Yeah, I like to see Johnny and Daniel in the gutters with the rat and the turtles.
You know, right now, someone at Netflix is like looking at writing this down, going, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do that."
Right now, it's happening.
Right this second, I'm watching it as we speak.
This is a big question, but because we're celebrating the 40th anniversary, I would love for you guys to compare your first day on The Karate Kid to your last day on Cobra Kai. The difference in your understanding of who these characters were, where you were in your life, who you were as people. How would you most compare those 2 days?
Wow, that's a good one. Deeper, richer at this juncture than it was way back 40 years ago, and an appreciation for what we've been gifted here and how our relationship has grown both on and off the on and off in front of and behind the camera. Back then when it was just, this is one who knew if the movie was going to be a hit. We knew we had some good moments, good things, good chemistry. But other next level once you have the wisdom of 40 plus years of time, and very grateful for that.
Yeah, I'll just piggyback on that. That's exactly right. First day at Karate Kid was my first day ever doing a movie. That was my first scene, was riding the motorcycle at the top of the cliff. Daniel was kicking the ball down with Allie at the bottom. That was my first rodeo, coming out on a motorcycle on top of a cliff. I remember it like it was literally yesterday. And it really doesn't feel like that much time has passed, to be honest. So I haven't learned really anything. But we have become much better friends and a little bit better at karate.
Yeah.
Despite our hamstrings.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll cut you guys loose on this. I host a show here in Chicago called The Moments That Made Us. And I talk about the movie moments that define us as people and define us as a culture. And I would be remiss sitting in front of you guys if I did not ask about the final fight scene from Karate Kid. And I would love to know I know you talked a lot about shooting that scene that day, but I would love to know, what is your favorite memory of the person sitting next to you shooting that sequence?
With so much of that was, I mean, we had 3 months to rehearse that. So I have so many memories. We rehearsed that in between every scene we could along the way. That was choreographed like a dance. And when we performed it, it was like live theater with all the cameras under. I don't know. It's so vivid. I remember every minute of that. The final kick. Yeah, we did that a bunch of times too. We even got, Ralph was on a ladder at one time, I think. And
yeah,
we did some close-ups,
close-ups,
snapping the head back. Yeah.
But it was, it was the kick because it was the thunderous roar from the crowd and we shot it live in that way. We were both like, it was just, we were sharing one brain in that moment, though one was giving, one was receiving. It really, one side wouldn't have worked without the other. And so it's interesting to look back on that. I remember, playing that and the response from the crowd there, and then subsequently theaters around the world and to this day. And it's interesting that same tandem that we have in our scenes now is evident then. I just didn't know it.
I just want to end, guys. They're pulling me out here by saying thank you guys so much. I was raised on your work, and the fact that all these years later I've been able to fall back in love with these characters again and spend so much time with them. So much of my love of movies come from you guys. So I just really want to say thank you so much for everything, and thank you for your time.
That means so much.
I appreciate it, man.
Take
Thank
care.
Good to see you guys.
All right.
Take care.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.